Hello, everybody, and welcome to Salty Sweet Games. Welcome to another episode of Against the Stars, a Burn Bryte campaign presented by Salty Sweet Games and Roll20. Super excited to be back here. Super excited to be going back into the Olaxis Galaxy. But before we do that, and before we go meet our wonderful crew, we need to cover some channel stuff first. Let's just go through them real quick. First thing we want to shout out is, of course, our sponsor, our co-presenter, the people who made the show happen, Roll20. What are they, Lauren?
Our virtual tabletop of choice!
Um, they are wonderful. We love using their platform. Obviously, they have, and of course, they are the publishers of Burn Bryte. So they make the game. They make the game happen here. We love them. So please go check them out and give them some love. It's a free in-browser virtual tabletop. It's great. We love it. I guess we should go over to our other sponsors. So that includes, if you like physical dice, you like those click-clacks, those chunky boys, whether they come in plastic, metal, wood, or in gemstone, Dice Envy's got you. They're really awesome. We love their dice here on Salt Sweet Games. And you can use the code Salt Sweet, all caps one word, to get 10% of your order. They've got their most recent release is the Lich dice, I believe, which is this like purple and blue holographic glitter with a brass framing. It's so pretty. It's so good. And of course, they've got more of their dragon dice that are coming down the line. So go check them out because they've got some real cool stuff over there. And our other sponsor is Grinding Coffee Co. They are a Black and LGBTQ owned company. They make all organic or otherwise fairly sourced brews. They have like several flavors that you can get. You can also get a subscription service, and you can get, my brain has just decided to stop. Sampler packs. Thank you. You can get sampler packs as well if you just want to try out a whole bunch of them. I believe the channel favorite is Peru over here.
It is.
But they're incredible, and you can use the code SaltSweetGames, all caps one word, to get 13% off of your order. And of course, help us out over here on the channel. Yeah. So another couple of things. So unlike our other shows, rather than taking donations for ourselves, we're actually part of the Roll20 Tiltify campaign to support Code 2040, which is a nonprofit that helps to provide technology and such infrastructures to Black and Latinx communities, especially those who are in the spaces of advocacy and the innovation technology space. All of our donations today are going towards there. And we do have some donation incentives. So that includes at every $50 that is raised, we introduce a complication into the story, which tends to get interesting because this group likes getting themselves into trouble, and so therefore I like to get themselves into more trouble. It's great. And at every $100 raised, we give away a copy of the Burn Bryte full set starter pack situation. So if you want to get started playing Burn Bryte yourself, that is the pack that you want to win. So when we're pretty close to our next $100 goal. That's 200, I believe. We're very close to unlocking that giveaway, and also the complication. We package that all in one. So please go check that out and go support an awesome cause. As well, we've got a retweet goal that's going on right now. Our social goal that happens every week, basically at 15 retweets of the promotional tweet that we went live, we get to unlock a weekly faction poll, which causes things to happen as you guys get to unlock a poll, and therefore the viewers or all of our Twitter followers get to vote on which faction in the Olaxis Galaxy moves forward. Lots of things are complicated that way because lots of people have started moving forward in their schemes. Some of them we've seen, and most of them we haven't. Don't worry, they're still happening behind the scenes. They'll probably come into play later on, maybe even tonight. last but not least, we here at Salt Speak Games use safety tools, stuff like lines of veils, X and O cards, all that good stuff. We also have content warnings in the chat, so if you use exclamation mark CW, you can check out what the content warnings for today's episode is, so you are informed as to what's going on. I think that's about all we've got to cover channel-wise. So let's go around and meet all of our lovely people who are with us today. Lauren, who the heck are you playing?
Hi, I am Lauren. I'm the salty half of the channel. You can find me over on Twitter at @thatsaltyginger. And today I am playing... Who am I playing? Someone. Valla Celebralta. She is an Olron pilot and strong girl. Disaster of a person. And what am I currently doing? Regretting all my life choices? Yes, I am.
I mean, if you gotta regret all your life choices, being in the Monte Carlo of the Olaxis Galaxy is a great place to do that.
This is a great place to be.
And let's go over to Jess. Hello, Jess.
Hi, it's me. I'm Jess, @go_GG in all the places, and today I am playing, of course, Wallahlah Oodles Neezelast-Lemo. Oh yes, just that little name. And a Glean that really likes science, as all Glean do, really, honestly. It's kind of a thing. It's kind of our thing, you see. But yeah, I'm kind of just following these cool folks around wide-eyed while they do social things, and I just stare at stuff right now. And there's a cool mystery object waiting for me back in my lab.
Yep, which I believe the next story path item is to get you in trouble with it. So.
Yeah, it literally, the next thing that has to happen is I have to get in trouble.
I'm sure it's gonna be fun.
Easy.
It's gonna be good. Let's go over next to B. Hello, B.
Hello. My name is B. You can find me on Twitter as @B_Zelda. I think I'm a podcaster. I'm a sometime streamer. I occasionally run games. You know, a couple of those things. Maybe the broadswords, maybe not. Who knows? And today, I am here to play. Okay, so I had the pleasure of talking to James Intercasso, and I realized I'm not 100,000 bugs.
Only 10,000?
Only 10,000.
but I feel like Zev'xo has like the presence to be 100,000 bugs if they wanted to be.
100%. So I'm only, I appear as 100,000 bugs, despite being 10,000, but I am in the shape of a wallaby, and I have most recently faced rejection. It's a hard pill to swallow, and other actions must be taken because we have other priorities, plus we must be safe. It's all about the safety.
You know, just safety. Nothing else.
Priorities.
Besides the smuggler. And of course, let's go over to Sam. Hello, Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam. You can find me at SamAdamiel on Twitter and other places. I don't know what I do, honestly. So we're just gonna skip that part. Today I'm playing Ciela Vandil, and last episode we met Ciela Amian, my mom, that I essentially ran away from despite being an adult. And I'm having emotions about all of this, but rich emotions, because now I'm back in my natural original habitat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. It's all gonna be fine. Everything's terrible, and apparently there's something happening in 6 hours, and gosh. I also have to have a real conversation with my mom and like square some things up. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be
amazing.
Yeah.
All right, and of course, I am Kienna. I am your GM for tonight. I play everything else in the Olaxis Galaxy and the Olaxis Galaxy itself, and very excited to get into this. But before that, let's do a bit of a recap to tell you what happened last time. Vandil got a surprise call. It happened to be their mom, who had somehow managed to locate where they were after a year of kind of going AWOL, uh, and traced it down to the fact that you were that they were able to find the ship, and there were records showing that you had been involved with this ship. And so she had invited Vandil and her lovely crew to join on the Stella Nova, a large cruise ship-esque spaceship, where basically it's the Monte Carlo of the Olaxis Galaxy. And so the crew, having now all of the parts of a teleportation device and nowhere to sell it at the moment, decided they would take this opportunity to go and try to bargain and also go see Vandal's mom. So they made it to the Stella Nova, which is again this incredibly extravagant ship. Which it's Monte Carlo. That's all you have to picture here. And they were welcomed in onto the ship, although they did stand out quite a bit as they met Vandal's mom. Although with a bit of eavesdropping on a conversation that she was having, a business one, with a Kithic man called Silo, I believe is what I named him. Yes, that is what I named him. Haha, I remember NPC names. They didn't let on that they had eavesdropped and simply had a nice introduction and greeting that was, nice and definitely not awkward at all. As Silo Mertailsot went off, Zev'xo tried to pursue them to try to make a bargain and sell some of the items, but did not go too hot. Faced rejection there. And meanwhile, Valla sat on this information from eavesdropping that something was going down somewhere on the Stella Nova. Something involving Silo Motelshot, who would be attending at some point within the next 6 hours. Not sure what the details are yet, but there's something shady going on. And Zev'xo on the way back had also met with an old friend, Spaghetti Tony, the Driftway, because, let your PCs name NPCs friends, because it's great. You'll get Driftway named Spaghetti Tony in your life. Who also mentioned that that they had heard rumors of something going down later on, 6 hours from now. Hadn't heard too many details, but it seemed to be very much bigwigs. And as the crew starts walking, accompanied by Vandal's mom, they realize that the Stella Nova is not just any old Monte Carlo-esque place. No, this is a place run by the Bauer mob, or rather the Bauer family, but it is a mob family that owns the planet of Arenes, known for running gladiatorial entertainment on that planet and entertaining the whims of the extremely rich, who like to gamble and drink and indulge in the vices that somehow are more thrilling when they're far away from their home in the Heart Worlds. So Vandal knows that there's an impending conversation coming with their mom. Their mom definitely still expects them, after taking a 1-year gap year, to come back and start the process of taking over the business. A business which, to Valla's chagrin, is a business of monitoring magical devices and magic abilities of the people on the RNA system, specifically the gladiators and monsters, in order to monitor that nobody's misusing them. Okay, no one's getting a little too uppity or powerful for the purposes of the gladiatorial entertainment. So, I think we find ourselves, I believe, Ciela Amian is escorting you as a tour through the Stella Nova. You had met on the gambling floor, or the gaming floor, which again is filled with these tables full of billiard tables, poker tables, any other gambling game you could imagine, alongside, of course, a very, very large bar. Because how would this be a place without drinks, obviously? And we're going back to the music, of course.
It's such a pleasant oral treat. A URAL. A URAL. Aural.
Is this gonna be like bondage and bonding?
Nope, I said that out of character. That was just Lauren. Listen, I could have said aural, but that's not how you say it.
No, it's pronounced oral the same way as oral. It's very confusing.
And again, to set the scene, this place is fairly dimly lit. It's mostly these multicolors of red, green, blues that light up the mostly golden and silver walls of this place. Everything is polished to sheens. The floors are carpeted in red and soft under your footsteps as you go through. There are plenty of people who are just sitting and chatting and gambling and drinking, and there's this raucous tendency where, you know, even among the more wealthy and you imagine the more elite of these people, there is a sense of shrugging off those some of those burdens, although there's always that glint of etiquette that's sharpened to a knife point, in which they wield in these conversations, including you know, some of these more sketchy criminal types, the more obvious Valla mob members, especially those who are of a slightly lower standing, but still part of the family and still involved here. So, she's gonna take you up to the dining floor to show you around. Because if I remember correctly, we had this kind of lounge floor so there's the ground floor, which you came in on, where all this kind of servant quarters are, and the actual utilities of everything is, alongside the shipping docks. And then there's the kind of a lounge area, and then the gambling area, and then a eating area, and then what you found out is likely the actual bedrooms and resting areas at the very top floor, which you couldn't see from where you were. So she's just starting to lead you around, and I think throughout this entire time, I think she's again doing that thing where you politely say hello to people and linger a bit too long to just say hello. Like, you have to ask about how the business is going, how are the kids, how oh, have you met, back and forth. This is a very complicated dance that you go through, constantly getting interrupted through this tour. How's Vandil doing as all of these things are going on?
I think Vandil, who again is a cat person in a 3-piece suit, because I forgot to mention that earlier, and it's very important. I think Vandil has mostly recovered from that sulk that we witnessed at the end of last episode, and is now looking like a little shut off, a little cold, aloof detachment, right? And is very much concerned about the conversations that are becoming later, not the ones that are being had right now.
I think Valla hangs back, right, so that she can walk by Vandil, and she leans down, because again,
Right?
very, very tall, big girl, and whispers, Vandil, I am not sure if you know this, but I believe there are several criminals here.
Valla,
Yes.
of course there are. They run this place.
You make joke? I thought your mother runs this place, so.
No, she's just on vacation.
Well that. Why would your mother vacation with criminals?
Because she
Maybe-
works with them.
She works to reintegrate them into society.
Okay, Valla. So the planet I grew up on
Mhm.
is run by these criminals,
Right.
and even legitimate business has to go through them. It's just a matter of course.
Okay.
I haven't told you this before because I figured it may not jive with your view of right and what is right and justice.
Are you sure your mother has not been kidnapped? Because if she's
No.
been kidnapped, I would.
She absolutely has not been kidnapped.
Okay.
I'm sorry you don't get to rescue a damsel in distress that is my mother. I don't think she's ever been distressed in her life.
I don't know why all of a sudden I'm picturing Vandal's mom as like Meg from Hercules.
I mean,
And I'm blushing.
If the shoe fits!
she is wearing like that pantsuit situation
Stop
going
it.
on right
Shut
now.
up.
Like,
And everything's like super well tailored.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is a quality fit.
yeah.
Like a second skin,
Okay.
but of high quality fabric.
All right.
Sam, I have a really important question.
Yes.
Is Vandal's mom buff?
Because you asked, yes.
Oh, dang it! I knew.
We're just building this like
Image.
the
that character.
perfect.
Improv is yes and, right? Is mom buff? Yes and.
Vandal's mom has got it going
She's got it going on.
That's all I want.
And I've waited for like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's been a
Vandal,
long
I've
time.
been
Mom
here
got
5
it going on. Oh
Yeah,
God.
Remember,
Quote
she's
it.
wearing like this beautifully ornate updo.
Yep.
She's also calico, just like me.
Yeah.
So we
Wonderful
somewhat resemble
patterns.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe she's way cooler and more put together, and I'm just a cat in a three-piece suit.
She
You are
definitely
very
has.
put together.
She definitely has like the cool elegance of someone who is in their environment and very very comfortable with what she's doing.
Powerful, somewhat threatening aura.
Oh no.
Yes.
No, don't say
Absolutely.
that.
We're just gonna keep piling it on. It's fine.
I'm fine. Okay. I think I understand. You know, I would never judge someone just, you know, based on how they grew up. That would be unfair.
I'm glad you see it that way. Do you have any other questions while we're walking around? Oh, yeah, sorry. Lovely to see you. I'm visiting my mom. This is my friend Valla.
Hello.
As you're having as you're having conversation with them.
I do not judge anyone. Nice to meet you.
Perfect.
And eventually you finally get up to the stairs and finally up to the dining floor, where this is so if the floor below was extremely gambling, drinks and smoking and all that stuff, here it's suddenly there is high class dining shift. Like there are large glass tables with tablecloths over it. The mood here is much more toned down, maybe. You still have like the general feel of the lighting and the opulence of each bit of the material that is here, but it's a little less courty and a little more like, all right, now this is like actually refined dining. And Stella, it's kind of like, well, I know that you haven't been outfitted with cards yet, so if you feel like you're hungry at any point while you're here on your visit, just put it on my tab. They know who I am.
Really generous of you, Mom. Thank you.
Of course.
We would like to know, does this count for all of Vandil's companions?
Yes, of course. I mean, what types of host would I be if my child's friends weren't quite accommodated, of course.
We are grateful. We will be eyeing the gambling table, perhaps.
Don't go too hard on those. Yeah. Quite some card sharks around here.
Criminals. I do not judge.
We believe they live alternatively.
Exactly. This is correct.
Criminals. Living alternatively.
That's another shirt.
The true alternative lifestyle.
Criminal.
Alternative.
That's just another way of saying be gay, do crimes.
Yeah.
I was literally gonna say,
Oh,
criminals do
remember,
crimes.
I did establish on the last episode that my parents are also swingers.
Oh,
Sorry, I forgot
right.
to throw that onto the pile
Hey,
about my
Raiders!
hot
Yeah,
mom.
hi Raiders. We were talking about one of our characters' mothers being a swinger and a hot buff cat lady. Welcome. I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for the raid.
Yes.
Thank you,
You
everyone,
came in-
for the raid. We are on Space Monte Carlo with one of the PC's moms, surrounded by the mob and with a wealthy elite, and trying to figure out what's going on around here. It's totally chill.
Very chill.
So, she kind of like looks at all of you as if to ask if, do any of you need to eat anything now, or shall I continue on the tour?
Tour is good.
And she'll kind of incline her head and take you. You shouldn't step too far into the actual floor itself, just off this, and lead you back up to the stairs. Upon which, now of course my brain forgot exactly what order of things I put it. Right, it's just the house, the rooms. Blah.
Mm-hmm.
You are all together, yes, as this is happening. So as you continue up, whereas all the other floors have been open air to, like, basically just like open air to the center where the spiraling staircase is, this is closed off, and you actually see a couple of people who are waiting there. One is it's an Alvin, and another is a Peacecraft. Which is one of the living robots that exist in the Olaxis Galaxy. They are very tall. They're like, they're taller than you are, Valla. Kind of tall. And the Alwyn seems to be the behind a little desk. perhaps the concierge here, and this Peacecraft are just chilling out here. You're guessing this is probably security at this particular point, as there's just a sliding door, and Sailor Amian kind of looks to. Do any of you need any rooms while we're here? I know that you have your ship and everything, but the quarters here are quite comfortable.
I think we'll be fine with the ship, Mom. I really appreciate it. But...
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Looks at everybody else who doesn't seem to be saying anything.
Really considering like how best to profit from this, and we're not too sure.
Yeah, I was also contemplating what, like, we want to get back to our lab. Sorry.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
This is great and all. It's very fancy. This is a really nice home ship place you're hanging out on, but also our ship is also very cool.
I'm sure it is. I've heard that all of you are quite the crew, with many accomplishments. Correct?
We are. We will not comment, but we. Starts buzzing
Valla's-
nervously.
Yeah.
Valla's one of the greatest pilots in the galaxy.
This is correct.
Yeah. It's super cool.
That was all that makes it cool.
Yep. I know it. And I stand up, I puff out my chest a bit, looking at this other Olron.
Yeah, this other Olron is in the same uniform as you've seen on the other people who work on the ship, as the servers or any of the cooks or any same deal. They're pretty recognizable, and they're Sailor Amia goes, well, and she just turns to the concierge. If they come by, just make sure to ring me, and of course you'll let them into my room if needs be. But actually, she turns back. I believe that Vandil and I need to have a bit of a conversation. If the other three of you are free to roam, of course. And like I said, you're welcome to put any of those expenses on my tab.
If we were to consider auctioning some ship parts, we wonder where would be the best place for an activity like that?
I think there's a slight pause.
We
And-
look very genuine.
I think for the first time, like, she looks over to you specifically. I think throughout this entire time, like, she hasn't really focused on any one of you except for Vandil. Like, she's done, like, the look over at you and kind of, like, address in your direction, but she hasn't made...
So she's seen me flexing. Like, doing it accidentally while I, like, raise my arm.
Right,
It's
yeah,
just,
of course.
like, muscle. Crystal
But yeah,
muscle.
but Zev'xo, this is the first time, like, she's made actual solid eye contact with you. I think that you'll find many people who would be interested in perhaps purchasing off your things. We don't have formal auctions here, I don't believe. At least there are none on the event slate.
She just say that? She just say
Yeah.
that?
There are no official auctions on the event slate.
My glowy eyes narrow.
We nod as best we can. We understand. Who do you think would be best to talk to about these events?
I think if you're looking to set up an event, I believe that you could go and speak with one of the execs around here. What was her name? As Kienna needs to very quickly pull up a fucking NPC name real fast.
Where's my chart?
Where is it in my notes? Oh God, love this for myself.
Yes, you stall. Thank you, Magenta Shades, for the gift sub to Soulstorm. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Yeah, it's, I believe, say, Marcella Kasna? A green, you recognize, like your friend, but, with the red one, and kind of like points, gestures to the forehead, where Wallah's, reliquary is. Wallahlah, Kasna reliquaries are red. They increase the bearer's tolerance for physical pain while making them quicker to anger.
Yeah, okay. That's, I like, probably not quietly enough, go over to Captain and just like, Captain, be careful with that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
You know how sometimes I like, say dumb stuff, because that's just kind of what I do? Well, they're kind of like that, but mean.
We cannot imagine that. We would like to meet them.
Okay.
This is why you were the first one on my ship, Wallahlah.
It makes so much sense.
Yes, we've never gotten to the story of how you brought me onto your
You were
ship.
just on my ship, and then I took off. It was just me and Max, and then I found this engineer. And
Just an agreeable friend on your ship.
you never were like, take me home, so I just kept we just kept working.
It's really cool out here. I never would have got to do all this stuff back home.
We still wonder about that, but we are happy you're here, and we will meet that other. And we'll make vague shapes to like shape out Wallahlah.
So, like, you go from being a wallaby to just being, like, a glean to being a wallaby?
Except it's not like bugs aren't great at like.
It becomes blobby.
Yeah, very
Blobby.
blobby. Just like roar.
The impression of a glean.
Yes.
Like if you squinted real hard from like 10 feet away, maybe. Okay, yeah, so, well, I'm not sure where Marcella is at this current moment. Likely dealing with the people down below, if you're really looking for them.
We are grateful for your assistance. We wish you luck in talking with our. What does Vandil do on the ship?
Hey, Vandil, what do you
here?
do on this ship?
Let's
Great
see.
question.
I think Vandil actually is better at engineering than Wallahlah, but never actually says it.
It's true. It's true.
And I'm better than all of you.
You know?
I just fail at it.
I've said it before that the actual practical doing of the science is not necessarily my strong suit.
Captain, I'm hurt that you would do this in front of my mother.
We were looking to compliment you, but we lost it halfway. We will try again.
Vandil is the best at improvising under stressful situations. Just recently, they were provided us with the means to boost our engine in a very critical moment.
We commend. They were very helpful.
Well, I'm glad to know that seemed to work out very well. But if you'll excuse me, Vandil?
Oh, I would love to excuse the both of you. It's just that part of my duty, besides being one of the foremost pilots in Olaxis, is I'm also CLA Vandil's kind of bodyguard, so I would not feel, great about just walking away without the explicit permission to walk away.
Well, thank you. I'll be fine, and I'll catch up with you soon.
Yes.
It's just Valla just trying to give Vandil an out and just totally whiffing.
I see it! I don't think I can take it! For real. Please keep an eye on the captain and Wallahlah, and I'll be with you as soon as possible. Everything will be fine.
Okay.
All right, shall we? And she kind of like, I think she places a hand like on the right on like the back of your shoulder, as very gently guides you through those. You see the concierge like reach a button and unlock and the doors slide open. Not automated. It's specifically the concierge has to push the button to make that happen. As Vandil and their mom disappear into the private quarters. What are the three of you gonna go get up to?
Zev'xo is going to turn to the two of you. Well, would we like to find ways to, and like you see us kind of like buzz and undulate while we consider the best way to phrase this for our two most. They just really have to really consider their phrasing, and they don't often consider talking beforehand. It's just a bunch of voices all screaming the same thing. So they have to like choke back the absolute truth. We would like to perhaps find ways to sell what we have so we can buy a med bay. We are very concerned about the safety of our ship, and we believe the best way is to sell. They're gonna pat their belly, and we will pull out a gun. Not this. We'll pat our belly. We're gonna pull out a cane. Not this. Well, we have goods to sell. What does everybody else think of our plan?
Captain, you are so kind and generous and thoughtful of the whole crew to get a med bay. I've been dreaming. I've been working out of this like fanny pack of like band-aids. Like,
Fanny pack of band-aids.
I've been working with this equipment in here, and it's sort of sufficient, but a med bay would be wonderful.
I have never been injured. I am the picture of health, but I do appreciate it for the rest of you. When it's hard to be three places at once sometimes, so it seems like a logical decision, and I'm a very logical person.
We know. We also, if we happen to come into a large sum of money, just understand it is because we are funding our med bay.
Yes,
Of course, Captain.
Well, Wallahlah, would you like to return to the ship and resume your experiments? And I can stick with the captain and perhaps find the appropriate buyers for our wares.
Yes, please. I'd like to go back to the ship if that's all right with everyone. Okay, bye.
Walla's just like, let me out.
Man, I have been that child before, right? I don't care. Let me go.
I want to go home.
Go back to my room.
Yeah, so Wallahlah down. I'm pretty sure you could like just you could get down the stairs faster than most people can because
just
you
like
were,
jump float.
you're a lot of tentacles and you're very floaty. Let's just doop down. No one really questions you or stops you. it kind of seems like a lot of things go here. And seeing a Glean kind of hop down the stairs is not really worth, like, stopping.
Excuse me, pardon me, like, do the, like, cartoony, you know when, like, a cartoon car does the fake, like, stretch up to make way for something underneath it? Like, fully, like, do that, like, push off with the tentacles to go up and stretch over. Excuse me, sorry, there we go, hang on, like, float, fall. Okay. Ah.
I think Max goes, "Oh, you are back already, Wallahlah."
Hi, Max! How are you doing? How's it going? Anyone try and get in? You okay? Everything good? Anyone touch our stuff?
No, no one has touched your things. I do not know why they would want to go through here when there is an entire, larger ship filled with many other entertaining things for such sapients like yourself.
Max, our ship is full of all the best stuff. Like, I mean, the captain hides it real well, so, you know, they probably just don't know it, but, like, anyways, don't worry about it. Yeah, Valla probably squished it all down into the hidden, I mean, you know about it. It's good. Just don't tell anyone. It's our secret.
Wait. It would be a very bad thing for the MI of a smuggling ship to disclose where the smuggled goods are.
Good point.
Max
All right, I'm going back to my lab if you need anything.
Max has to sass the group at least once an episode.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Who should we go to first?
Make Vandil suffer.
I was trying to think of a nice way to say that, but
Yeah.
Let's suffer.
I have so many quotes to do. Hang on. I gotta do them now before I forget.
Okay, so I guess that means we're gonna have a Vandal talk.
Gonna have some Vandal time.
All right. Well, I think this music's a little too much.
No.
It's too chipper for this talk.
Yeah. So let's see. What do I have that might be a little more the vibe for this? I can't remember what this one sounds like. Nope, too much. It took 1 second of that for me to go, nope, not that one. Let's just go with the lounge music for now, and we'll go from there.
This is deceptively chill. I dig it.
Right. And I mean, this part of the Stellanova is more chill. You don't have the music, and all of the light here is the same kind of a dark, like golden tone to it. So it's warmer, and it's less of the Monte Carlo feel, and more of a nice hotel situation. Even though you would imagine there'd have to be like hundreds of rooms, this is very quite spacious in terms of its spacing. Like the hallways are not cramped. They're still fairly comfortable to be in, and from the spacing of the doors, you can tell these rooms must be fairly large. There is certainly one section where the rooms are smaller, and you assume that these are for the lower upper class people, or more rather the actual Valla mob family grunts, who would be here, but not necessarily treated to the full extravagancies of the suites. I think at one point you pass by a glass door, which you can see leads to essentially a pool and a hot tub situation, and keeps leading you through until you get to a room, and she takes out that card you've seen everyone has, these basically credit cards around here, and taps it to the door, which unlocks. It's this um, fairly well laid out room. There's a large king size bed off to the side. The sheets are pristinely done, as if had been attended to before. Nothing's out of place. Like even the clothing must be sorted away in the wardrobe. There's nothing that seems like it almost doesn't quite feel lived in. But this is par for the course. But there is like kind of closer to one side, there is a window that looks out towards the Olaxis Galaxy, where there's a coffee table and a few plush armchairs that she ushers you towards. Your friends are quite interesting.
I'm very happy to have found them.
They're quite, not like the people that we normally would see, but certainly aren't shy.
You know, they could use more shyness, but it's been really different to be with people who speak their minds constantly.
See, she starts to sit down, and oddly enough, there's like a teapot and a couple of cups, which are set out, and you can tell from the steam that the tea is still hot. Like someone has set this up right before. Like this was.
Someone knew we were coming. It was like, shh, done.
Yeah.
I've always been really grateful for all the things you've done for me. And especially now that I've seen the world, I know that there is an amount of privilege that I've had that this isn't the story for the entire galaxy.
I think that she pours out some tea for herself. It's very elegant, very precise motion, where nothing's really wasted in that. Sets down the pot and she takes the teacup and kind of settles back in her chair.
I think Vandil like touches the teacup and like just starts moves it towards them, but like doesn't pick it up, right? We're just pretending we're holding this teacup with purpose. I know the family business is important and can't just be left to anyone. But there's that burned thing, and people are in trouble, and there's so much to see and do before there isn't anything at all.
Vandil, what have I told you about getting to the point before?
I don't feel like I'm ready to come back. And I don't know when I will be. And it's not because I'm ungrateful. There's just so many things to see.
can't say I'm too surprised by your starting of this conversation. But why do you want to go see things? What is the benefit to you, Vandil, doing this other than fulfilling out some childish notion of adventure? Or what was it that you said, doing good?
I mean, there is the material benefit of networking and learning information that can be used to further the business eventually.
And you're doing this with a group that has a record of petty smuggling.
Petty.
Petty?
I love how that was the part y'all take offense to.
Anytime anybody calls you petty, yes.
We will not stand for that. I mean, we're not there, but we are not a petty smuggler. We are whatever the opposite is. We have to figure that out.
Vandal's absolutely not going to include the words petty smuggler when we go back. Right? When we all meet back up, how did it go?
Mom didn't want to talk about climate change. It's fine.
You know, rich people.
This is essentially what is happening. It's,
Yep.
Mom's not really into the whole climate change
It doesn't
thing.
cause an existential crisis because you're old, Mom.
And rich and kind of benefiting off of it.
Yeah, you
And
suck.
like insulated from the worst of it. It's
Yep.
not like Lamorak who's stuck on that planet that's like literally
Hey, we
lit
don't
by
need
the
to-
light of the bird.
We don't need to talk about Lamorak right now.
Hmm.
She's fine.
I don't think that this quest is merely short-sighted fun, even if my choice of compatriots is whimsical.
So what then? Are me and your father meant to just wait indefinitely until you decide that you make up your mind, if at all?
That'd be nice.
Vander, you understand that this business isn't going to always be waiting for you, and neither are your father or I. Things change. Things pass hands. Businesses to business. Selling assets to assets. And, like I briefly discussed, your father and I have been thinking about venturing into other more entrepreneurial things now that the company's grown into a comfortable maturity.
Assets to assets. having a child isn't like creating an asset.
No, but we did invest quite a bit into you. What was it your friends spoke about? Your engineering? Your innovation under pressure? Your quick thinking? And I assume, considering the rest of the group, the conversation taking.
I suppose you've probably kept a ledger of every cent spent on educating your child.
You know how it is with our people. We don't track it that way. It's more favor to favor.
I don't think that's a favor. I think that's part of your responsibility of giving birth to a person.
I think there's a long moment where she takes a very small sip of her tea, and sets the glass down on the glass table with a bit of a clink. You also need to know that when you go around on your escapades, that is not just you or your friends. It's also the name.
I could use a different name if that would make you feel better.
You would discard the name so easily.
I don't want to put my family in harm's way, believe it or not.
So at what point do me and your father just assume you're not going to be coming back then? Another year? 2 years? 5 years? Indefinitely?
I suppose I'll have to draft a plan and get back to you. A proposal. That seems, the easiest course of action. So that we're all clear.
I think there's the smallest crack of a smile at that. Give you 2 months for that draft.
While I work on it, since you currently have a rogue child gallivanting through the galaxy, causing so much trouble, is there anything I can do for you?
I think there is something, actually. Tell me, how much do you know about the Wesh Overguild?
The standard information I was taught. I have had some not dealings with them directly, but dealings with people who did deal with them directly. They seem to be interested in old Cosma technology.
Interesting. Well, word on the net is that the Wesh Overguild seem to be diversifying their business. We're not sure what yet. Mr. Mertailsot, who you met earlier tonight, is quite anxious about it. And of course, I'm trying to close a deal with him on a particular branch of his business.
And how can your rogue, out of control child help you in this?
Well, since you have so much more free reign and going to the more unsavory parts of the systems, I would like you to relay any information you receive about the Wesh Overguild to me. That way, if you do end up coming back, then the company will have grown a little bit.
I can do that. I think that will work very well.
Well, it's good to see that you are doing well, at least.
It'd be embarrassing at this point if I died.
Oh, quite so. And she kind of stands up.
Vandil's also gonna stand up. That tea untouched.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure, as always.
Of course, you and your friends are welcome to stay as long as you wish. Telenova's a great resting spot for long travels.
Gosh, what did you say the gentleman's name was? That I don't think I wrote down.
Mr. Mertailsot?
Yeah.
Silo Mertailsot.
Right, Silo. Not Kylo.
Mhm.
Silo.
Yeah.
We did come into a piece of technology that the Wesh Overguild was looking into. Procuring. And if Mr. Mattelslot would be interested in obtaining that device, it's not whole, and I'm not sure what could be salvageable, but it's always good to do business with friends.
I'll have a little chat with him and see if he's interested in procuring.
Wonderful. Well, I'll let you know when we are going to disembark and head back off. 2 months proposal and any information I find.
And I think she places a hand on your shoulder. And I think there's a moment where she just holds it there.
It's physical contact.
As if like unsure what to do next kind of situation. And she just kind of gently pats before returning back. Just let the concierge know if you need anything.
Of course. And then Vandil's gonna leave.
All right. Vandil heads out, and I guess it's time to go back to the other two. What's Valla and Zev'xo up to? Where are
Captain.
y'all heading?
I have a brilliant plan.
We are always supportive of all of your plans.
Well, what I am thinking is that we should procure ourselves some fancy duds on behalf of CLA Amian, and then we should mingle with the crowd, because I don't know if you know this, but they're all criminals. It's just everyone here is a criminal. So we could blend in with them, which is so unlike our usual selves, and listen in on the conversation, because Vandil's mom just straight up lied. So we should probably find an alternative means of finding our way to the people we want to meet.
We agree. We worry that, and we will look down at our fanny pack, which is like a little ratty, I guess. I just kind of keep snacks in there. I'm sure I put something else in there that was important, but nonetheless, we wonder how we can dress up, but we are also, and we're gonna pat ourselves and like dig into our shoulder, pull out a handful of bugs in there, and we'll kind of like, no. Yes. Here we have, and we'll let them fly off. I don't have a name because I don't have my list with me. Oh, there's so much art around here. What do I choose? This is so stressful. Here we have Lunch. Lunch was a spy, and we believe that their criminal past and only Lunch's experience will be able to lead us in this. So we will be a beacon of trust because we know what it's like to be among these criminals. We'll keep lunch on the outside.
Okay, shopping time.
We will look around. We've only ever purchased weapons.
Right, so the things we are purchasing are going to be much softer and probably not made of metal and probably will not contain any lasers of any kind.
We might require your assistance.
Excellent.
Don't know.
All right. So now I have to make a place for these shops to exist.
Yes, you do.
I'm very just going through stuff. I'm gonna say that this probably is on the first floor.
Excellent.
And it's probably if you came on through one side, again, like you accidentally docked in the service ships area. So you pass by all of that, like again the service part of the ship, and then entered the center part where there's the stair. On the other side of it, I think, is where I'm just going to put these shops now. They exist here. They probably should have existed in the first place. Whatever. It's a large-ass ship.
Yep.
They were always there.
There are plenty of... This is definitely, like, typical cruise ship situations where it's, like, plenty of clothing stuff, plenty of toiletry situations. There's definitely some weird kitschy souvenir situation here as well.
I would like to add that you did give us free reign to buy whatever we want with that unlimited credit card.
Yep.
Okay, just checking.
Cool. Don't even worry about it. I'm looking for a slinky dress
Ooh.
that will show off my muscles.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What's Zev'xo gonna?
We will turn to Valla. We have never worn clothing. We take this shape because this is how we feel, but what happens when we are hidden, when we can't see?
Oh, well, maybe you do not need to wear things that conceal you. Maybe you wear things that enhance you. I always thought you would look incredible in a crown.
We would love one with jewelry.
All right, let's be off.
Okay. So let's do a very quick montage.
Yes.
Of this.
I mean, how many dresses does Valla have to try on before, like, she can find that one lovely slinky dress? Do we have, like, that montage scene where, like, I'm sitting in the chair, or we're sitting in the chair?
Yes.
But I want just, like, the slapstick moment where, like, a couple of my bugs split off because at some point you come out with this absolutely outrageous, like, cowboy hat, boots with spurs, you know, you got the whole thing, and like 5 of my bugs detach because they love the outfit and they're buzzing it all around you in celebration, but the rest of us, we are not here for it.
No.
We don't always agree.
No. Okay, and then I go change. I think what I end up with is probably it's probably like the purples that are in my hair. I can't really take my hair down because it's hardened crystal. It's
Like
just...
it requires you to like. I think there are ways to do it. It just requires a lot of time.
Oh my gosh.
They're not like immobile yet.
No.
That's just the hardest part of me. Along with like my fingernails. And my hooves. So I think what I find is like a silver kind of sporty slinky dress with the big old slit up the thigh, like I know who I am. And it's got like some like purple, maybe even like just like a lining or some kind of just little accent on it. And my muscles look real good.
I'm gonna if this a halter top situation too, so you really get the like the shoulders and the
Yes.
Perfect. And what does Zev'xo's crown and jewelry look like? Please.
I think
please
Valla
regale me.
takes me to like a legit jewelry store first.
Yeah.
Because we're not clear on where you buy crowns. It's just like, there are shiny rocks here. Clearly they are crowns. And there's like this lovely Eno behind the counter who brings out the display. And they're like, oh, are you interested in this one? How about this one? And all we could think about is, we will lose those rocks inside of us. Where?
They'll just seep in.
Yeah. They're much too small for us to hold. Like, our masks can hold them, but our masks, like, we don't. We are not impressed. Valla, how do you think we eventually find a place that has crowns?
It's a wonderful question.
Is it even official? Like, is it like a legit part on the strip, or is it like somebody?
I feel like we kind of find like a. Oh, it would be like a. Like we find like one of those, like. I think it's a little tacky, but like in a great way, right?
Yeah.
Like, who else would sell crowns?
I'm thinking of one, like, not a legit crown. Like, it's one of those, like, freaking, bachelorette party crown.
Oh, no!
But I find the best looking one.
Okay.
Yeah, because
I
I'm thinking about what would be on this Monte Carlo, and I'm like, well, obviously they have to throw parties in some forms, and probably they have those types of really tacky, like, you know, crowns.
And I get Zev'xo a boa.
What color?
Light blue.
So pretty. We find this feeling strange, but most of us are comforted.
Yeah, it's a little tickly with the feathers, but you're cool.
Yeah. A couple of sneezes, we're good.
Perfect.
This is a whole look that is happening.
Oh, like a cheap ass tiara and a blue boa.
Incredible.
They're very two different levels of this. I mean, it really encapsulates the two different levels of this Monte Carlo. Like, there's the elegant,
Beautiful
business people, etiquette again, like etiquette of sharp as someone's nails kind of situation. And then there's the other end of it, which is frickin' party time.
Yes.
You're in space, like you're basically in neutral area space, so like people take advantage of that.
Do you guys get anything for Wallahlah?
Yes, we get them
the-
more bracelets. New
Ooh.
bracelets. So we can decorate them like a Christmas tree.
We do wear a lot of bracelets.
What about Max and Wallahlah? We have never purchased gifts for anybody on our crew. We don't know how to go about this.
Well, Wallahlah likes to be very decorative in their expressions, so maybe we find some unique bracelets and bangles for them.
We like that. They wear enough, certainly.
For Max, maybe a designated quiet time on ship would be good. Like quiet hours. You know?
Ooh, we like that. We believe that would be wonderful. We have noticed since you have been on our ship, Max all of a sudden talks.
Yes. And Vandil is probably the most difficult. I don't know if you know this, but Vandil is complex. Hard to read sometimes.
We consider them complex because we don't know what designation to give them. We have considered, are they our engineer? Are they our diplomat? Or are they just somebody on our ship who helps out? We're working on it. That's very complicated, you know?
Yes, there are many complicated things about everyone's relationship with Vandil, I'm sure. Not just mine. Everyone's. So.
Wonder. We have heard that food is for folk who have experienced complications.
Sure.
A metal disc suffice?
I don't think Vandil eats metal discs, but there is probably something we can. Let's find them something very fancy, some fancy feast, if you will.
We have acquired. We will look into that. I can't.
God damn it. You are so satisfied with yourself, Lauren.
I don't know how I do it.
We have to wonder.
So we go find that for Vandil.
Okay. While you do that, let's cut over to Wallahlah,
Our plan is coming together.
who's back on the ship and in their lab, with Max, who is Max. What's Wallahlah doing? Just doing more experiments?
Yeah. So we now know. Sorry. I now know that the ball. There's other people who pointed this out to me. That sometimes people keep their thoughts inside their heads, and they don't just blurt it all out loud, which is so weird to me, but whatever. Okay. And so far we've tested kind of the bounds of this. But within the ship, but now the ship is docked in another ship and there's a lot of other people around. So it might be a good time to just test. I don't want to invade anyone's thoughts because Vandil has told me that's bad and you shouldn't do it. I just want to see the power that's required to kind of like
To invade someone's thought.
no. I want to see the strength of the beacon. Like, I want to see kind of. I want to test to see like, you know, how much, because I know now that like giving it plasma kind of like activates it. I want to see if like giving it more, like if I give it just a little, can I sense anyone yet? Like no, like a little more. Like we're gonna do a like trial and.
Okay, so are you sticking inside your laboratory to do this, or are you heading outside of the laboratory with the device and a bunch of power cells?
That seems like a bad idea. Okay, here's what I do. Well, Vandil very specifically told me I need to check in with everyone before this. So I go onto the ship comm that only goes within the ship, and I'm like, warning to anyone on the ship, I am now testing the device. And then I turn on the light that I made, the like red flashy light, and I'm like, okay, warning, sent out. Light has been activated to inform anyone all interested parties that testing will occur shortly. Let's try. Well, I'm gonna take it. I feel like I have it on like a little rolly cart. I'm gonna roll the rolly cart, the little trolley cart I have, and push it kind of to the center of the ship first, because I think I'm like off to one side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try the center of the ship and then see kind of signal strength from there. And then if that doesn't work, I'm gonna get closer and closer and closer to the space cruise ship Monte Carlo's thing.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So
Villanova.
So you have basically two power sources readily available to you. That isn't the ship itself. The ship counts as a power source here, which you could tap into if you wanted. So you have a personal
personal shield.
Personal
That's what I've been
cell.
using.
Which you've been using. There are also vehicle cells, which are bigger, and which was used to help power the ship earlier, which would have a lot more of a kick to it.
Nope, not doing that. I am not.
Okay.
I've seen that powered the whole ship and too much. So I'm not doing that one yet. I'm gonna start with just my crystals, and I'll start with like just one. And maybe I'll poke it with a second small one.
Yeah, sure. And you have many tentacles to put many.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
just keep one arm, another arm, another arm. You have no idea how many arms I have. It's a lot. Also, my feathers are somewhat like I can control those somewhat too. They're not strong, but
Okay, so I'll say so at the center of the ship, you do the first one and it's not really catching anything. And then you do a second one, and it's you hear murmurings, but they're not clear enough to really pick out anything. It's more like the hum of a crowd from far away.
I am furiously taking notes about like kind of what I think the distance I'm reaching is.
And if you push the cart a little further towards the entrance between the Wicked Wallaby and the Stella Nova, and you tap it again, and then you tap it a second time, essentially what it is, from what you can tell, as you can hear the murmurings get louder and a little more clearer now. As you watch as one of these servers walks by with it looks like they're carrying a bunch of dry cleaned clothing, and you can then they're about like 20 feet away, as you hear like, oh, my feet are killing me, as just for that brief moment where they're within 20 feet of you.
Yeah.
So,
I immediately removed the crystals and I was like, I'm not listening. I'm just testing. Like, because I don't want to go any further than surface thoughts. Because that's I've learned that that's rude.
yeah, so I'm gonna say basically for every personal power style that you put on,
Yeah,
that's 10 feet of
10
range.
feet. Makes sense. Okay, I'm taking like notes, and I'm just like, I need to further test this theory. Cam, go out and try and find me someone 30 feet away. Like,
Yeah, Cam, your little drone Cam with googly eyes, floats out, and like turns each way, and kind of I think kind of like bobs and weaves towards one direction, before turning back as if to go this way.
okay, trolley towards where Cam says.
Yeah. And you poke your head out with the trolley, and you see a couple of looks like to be people in suits, although they're more similar to uniforms. They look like like similar to the bodyguards that you saw up on the residential quarter floor. These two seem like they're taking a smoke break, or the equivalent of one here.
They don't seem like they'll be thinking much. Here we go! Like...
You place 3 crystals onto this immediately, and there's a pause, and then you hear 2 voices that are overlapping each other the same way that you heard the 3 voices of your companions when you're first testing it. They just kind of cut in and out of each other. And one of them, you hear go, God, still another 5.5 hours. And you hear the other one kind of thinking out loud. Better make sure to check on the cargo. Gotta make sure to check in with Marcella. Gotta check in with, and it's like this. It's basically going off a checklist.
Okay.
But as you continue to peek out with the crystals, which are speakering people's
I
thoughts.
forgot about that shit. Oh, this isn't just in my head. That's right. It's out loud. This is why I was trying to stay near the shit.
You watch as the
Such a
2
Wallahlah.
guards look very confused for a moment.
Yeah.
As they hear their own voices, their own thoughts, and they turn and they see you with the cart and with this sphere.
Sorry, I was just testing my, what's that act called when you throw your voice real far? I was doing that. Bye. Like,
As you start to turn around,
I run away. Can I run away?
These 2 guards, one's a driftling, and which looks very very Kithic like, this particular driftling, although there's some Eno to the which is kind of strange, this merging of beetle and cat features here, and kind of start striding towards you, and they are much bigger than you are and faster than you are, as they kind of settle a hand on the handle of the cart.
No, I was specifically, damn it, I was gonna say I just push the cart and stand there, like, so that they, like, find, okay.
I think you push it at the same time as this person just goes and grabs it.
Oh no.
And this driftling kind of towers over you.
Hello there. I am testing my personal speaker device. I apologize for the loud intrusion which I have caused, but I will return to my ship post haste if you would allow that. And I'm pocketing the all the crystal, like all of the cells.
Power cells, yeah.
Yeah, so that it's not active, so that it's completely powered down, and it just looks like a weird shimmery ball. There's no sounds coming from it anymore. And I'm like, yeah, I'm hiding them behind my back. Like 3 of my tentacles are just like back. You can't tell because I have like another 40 forward. I don't know.
Yeah, I think at this point, the driftling kind of leans down, and we'll grab the sphere.
Oh, don't touch that! It's still mid scientific testing. It's kind of weird and quantum physicsy. You don't want to mess with it.
Here. I'm gonna need
Damn
a roll
it.
here to convince this guard that this is a dangerous thing that they should not be touching.
It's extremely dangerous. Don't touch it. Don't touch
This is
it.
gonna be a difficulty 3.
Okay.
These guards are built to
First
to
roll of the night.
Oh shit. This is really, all of my socials are 4s and 6s.
Let's go.
Hey!
Oh, I'm trying to think which one it would be. I'm gonna say decorum. Can I use my decorum? Because I'm just trying to apologize for being inappropriate and offer to take it away and stop and to get out of their hair.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that.
Okay. This is not, is it difficulty 3?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh no, I knew it!
Sometimes you can just feel it.
Oh,
You were
no.
so close.
Yeah. Let's see if this will give me anything interesting to work off of.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what this is that this person is towering over you. And I think there's just something about this positioning that's awkward for you, and you do slip a bit. Which I think does not sell your "it's dangerous, I'm sorry, let me get out of your way." This is more intrigued, this guard, more than anything. As they grab the sphere in one, and it fits well in their hand.
Oh, because they're so big and I'm
bigger
so
than you.
small.
And look at it side to side, and kind of looks over to the other guard, which is another peacecraft.
Oh, be careful with that, please.
Yeah, be like, hey, looks like something that Marcella would want, huh? And the peacecraft kind of just gives a nod. Yeah.
I don't know Marcella personally, but I know it's something that I want, and it's really not of value to anyone not interested in the scientific theory. Honestly, it's kind of still in flux. Really, not settled or doing anything useful yet. Yeah.
Well, you're in luck. Marcella's fun little habit is and hobby is assessing these types of things. So come on, and this guard will casually scoop you along as they start to escort you further into the surface areas of the Stella Nova.
Oh, I'm gonna just put my head back just a teensy bit and whisper. You're like, Cam, go find the captain. Cam, please.
And Wallahlah, you were ushered away from the Wicked Wallaby. The cart abandoned partway through the Wicked Wallaby and the Stella Nova, and your precious artifact in the hands of someone much larger than you. And
We're also in the hands of.
This counts as getting in trouble, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh no, I figured. I figured. So I mean, at least yay story point, story path. Woohoo!
I'm gonna say, Valla, Zev'xo, you meet up, you bump into Vandil. Vandil, you see your friends, one in a much nicer dress,
It's
and,
a hot dress.
in a very hot dress, and one of them in a tacky tiara and a feather boa.
So I had imagined that Vandal left, right? And went like immediately to a bar, right? I was like, okay, you know what? We just need and drink, and then we can find everybody, and I can sort out what I'm gonna say and how. So, I imagine Vandal sitting there, at a bar with like a cocktail glass that's probably like space fluorescent or something.
Yep.
And then looks up and looks over. And it's just like Valla.
I feel like Valla probably has a lot of eyes on her, just because like she's got that natural shimmer, and then
Oh
just,
yeah,
like,
absolutely. Catching the light around here.
Girl glows.
Oh my god, I need to, you know what I need to find? Everybody just chill out for a second. I need to find my, just,
Chill.
ignore that.
Chill it.
Okay.
I'll be back with my eyes if I can find them.
Okay.
Don't even worry about it. I'm fine. I'm not falling.
No, of course you're not. Are there any eyes on Zev'xo? Any?
I think there are some who are looking at you. I think you definitely. Oh, okay. Farewell, camera. We'll see you later. I think you see. Like there are some people who are taking note of you more. I think because you do have something. Well, there's positive attention. Who knows? But you have more attention on you now.
We want to make our presence known. We have a goal to make that Kithik jealous of us. They wouldn't accept our offer. We wanted to do business and they did not. They will regret that day. So Zev'xo will be striding with a little bit more confidence alongside Valla. I'm trying to vamp. Oh gosh. Like I don't know if like maybe Zev'xo then is the first one to encounter. Vandil, is like your back's to us and like you're that stereotypical like over your cup.
Not over the cup. I think I'm like doing the James Bond, like I'm just sitting there trying to look very cool. But like also don't look at me. Please God, don't look at me.
Do not.
But if you did
perceive
look
me.
at me, I'm cool.
What's happening? What's going on?
We are greeting Vandil. We were mostly
good.
ensuring that is that for your other goggles? Oh my god, I thought that was something else.
No, so I have eyes now.
Ah, beautiful!
Amazing.
Ah.
So shiny.
Oh,
Hold
I
on.
can
I got
see
really
nothing.
distracted.
Right? I can't like not stare at you.
Hi.
Oh.
Oh, hello, Vandil.
Hi, Valla.
It's a nice night out. We were about to do some spying. Oh, shh. Don't say it too loud, though.
Don't say that too loud.
This is a stealth and mission of subtlety.
We have recruited Valla in this mission, and we have their full support. We are incredibly grateful, and we will buzz in the way that Vandil knows that this is very good.
No, I believe you. I just, are you sure stealth is what you're going for?
It's like a blending in. We look like we belong here now amongst the criminals.
You criticized everybody's outfits earlier. We heard. You didn't have any criticisms for us, and we are grateful. But now we feel like we truly belong. Nobody can reject us anymore.
You okay there, Captain?
We just didn't get a business offer we wanted. That
Yeah.
Kithik. We have feelings, and they're all feelings of frustration.
I also have feelings related to rejection, but we're not talking about those right now. So we're going to do this mission.
We should talk about that Kifik for sure.
Yes, that's the rejection we should talk about.
Yeah. Valla, what I mean to say
Yes.
is that while you do absolutely blend in now, you look really great. I'm not sure that this could count as stealth because no one could miss you. You look really great.
Oh gosh,
Thank
anything
you.
I put in my hair gets lost.
We look incredible together. Thank you, Vandil. I appreciate your eye in such matters.
Will you accompany us? We brought you... We forgot. Valla, what exactly did we bring?
Oh, yes! No, I got you something really fancy. And I pull out, like, whatever the equivalent of caviar is. No one likes it, except, you know, it's super fancy.
How thoughtful. Before I join you, I noticed there's but the two of you, and what happened to Wallahlah?
Oh!
They returned to the Wicked Wallaby.
I think at this point, this is when Cam flies up. I think there's some murmurs of like, what the fuck's a camera drone doing here? And what the fuck is it doing with googly eyes?
Oh yeah!
And I
Cam!
think we all just be like, Cam!
Oh, we greet you, Cam.
And I think Cam, as is googly eyes, I think there's one that's down and one that's stuck up. And Cam kind of bobs and weaves as a camera drone can, and then it spits out a photo because this is what a camera drone does. And as it spits out this photo and it falls to the floor, you see a picture of the hallway that leads to the more service areas, with two guards from behind, and what looks like Wallahlah being escorted somewhere. And you definitely see one of the guards holding something in their hands.
Gosh, I think Vandal's gonna just down the drink, turn back to the bartender, and just say, thank you very much. And like, be like, okay, let's reconvene at the Wicked Wallaby and consider our options.
We must rescue our crewmate.
Yes,
They're very valuable.
You know what? We should probably just ask them where they are. And I tap my comm badge. Wallahlah, where are you? What is your current location?
We cut to
Kill me.
Wallahlah, who is still being escorted by these guards, and I think we see Wallahlah standing outside of a very large metal door. As the comm badge springs to life.
Am I still surrounded by
Yeah, you are
like
still
big,
surrounded.
big scary people? Am I able to respond? Do they like do anything?
I'm gonna say you have a moment to respond before they can do anything.
Help! 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 Help!
I think at this point, the Peacecraft is gonna lean down and grab the comm badge off of you, and therefore disconnecting it from you. You just hear that series of helps before it gets suddenly cut off.
Well, they are likely still aboard. with any luck, we should fan out.
We wonder, does Vandil not know of the folks that we could speak to for some blueprints? Or perhaps we would like all the data on the ship, but we will settle for blueprints or maps.
Captain, with all due respect, they're not going to give you the blueprints to this vessel.
But we understand you as somebody important here.
Oh, I'm not nearly that important. I'd have to be incredibly important. I'd have to be in charge.
Well, it should be relatively easy to find out where they hold people for questioning. I'm assuming that Wallahlah was arrested for doing something illegal adjacent.
Well, this picture seems to be close to the Wicked Wallaby. We can search the area for clues.
Yes! Or just look up where the prison or holding cell is.
We will
we
do
can
that
ask
if
somebody.
you would like to search the area. We would prefer to not.
Excellent.
Not search the area, or
We don't see value in that. But there is perhaps a value in looking online about ship stuff.
you know what? Maybe on the net there's something about where offices are. You know, if you were caught doing something sketchy, they'll take you somewhere first.
We understand. Especially, we have a member in our hive called Lunch, and they have much experience with this, and they are also in agreement. How do I look this up?
You know, that's a very good question.
Do we have data pads or something similar in this game? I know it was something we had to buy.
Yes, I do not think you bought any.
No.
Oops.
Isn't that what a cam is?
No, I have the data pad separate. Cam to my data pad. It's the thing that I'm always like holding in one of my tentacle thingies. Like
Yeah, so that's with Wallahlah.
yeah, I has it.
If we look around, does anybody have a visible data pad?
Yeah, sure. I'll say that there's somebody who looks like they're, you know, that one person that's working at a party, like
Yeah.
they're in the corner, they've got their data pad, and somehow working in this environment.
Okay, before Vandil goes to like search the area, we will tug lightly on your suit. We didn't really consider our plan. We worry that if we approach that individual with a data pad, we can't face rejection again in the same day. We had somebody already tell us they would not accept our business offer, and we are still coping with the many feelings that were associated with that. Vandil, would you try to secure that data pad?
I'll just walk on over and hi, I'm sorry. One of the people in my party has gotten a little bit has gotten lost and is probably a little bit too drunk. Do you mind if I borrowed your data pad for a minute just to, or do you know where they take benign problems?
I need a roll here.
Sorry.
They're showing me difficulty too.
Okay, what do these things do again? Could this be a decorum?
Sure. I mean, this seems like a business person rather than like a mobster. that you're
Yeah.
talking to. And you know how to.
Actually, this could also be a deceive because I'm doing a lie.
You are doing a lie.
well, we are doing a lie, so
Nice.
I'm good at doing a lie.
Yeah, you are good at doing a lie. I think this woman kind of straightens up. Yeah, of course. Here, and like we'll hand. We'll probably like close a few tabs, and then hand it to you.
I really appreciate this. And like make some people can't hold their liquor face,
Yeah.
right? You know, we all make that face in this life at some point. And look it up.
Sure. Okay. So, what exactly are you specifically looking for here?
You know, like a fancy term for a drunk tank, a fancy term for like security office, you know, like that sort of lost and found, even because those are probably in the same place.
Okay. Yeah. And this is kind of you're just looking at like the general maps, I guess. Of
Yeah,
Yeah. Sure.
places tend to have these things pretty prominently on their website
Yeah.
in case you
sure.
need to call them on another patron or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So, I don't think you require a roll for this. I think this is fairly accessible information to you. I think that there is a direct contact at the security offices in case you need to report an incident, as if anyone ever does. But like, they
Or
have it there.
Or happens, but just in case.
And it's you're able to locate it. Was kind of like on the opposite side of the of like where the main stairs are. Like, so if like here's the central area with the stairs, it's kind of like where it would be behind if you followed those hallways all the way around.
Okay.
So on the first floor, tucked in that way.
Cool. I will return the data pad and return to my friends and be like, so I have a lead on a security office. It's on the first floor. We could try there first.
We think that sounds brilliant. We commend your efforts. What title, what rank would you like on the Wicked Wallaby? We think we are finally ready to formalize that.
I mean, if you're asking me, Captain, I'd like to be first officer.
We will take it under consideration.
There you go. Let's go find Wallahlah.
We agree.
And as you head into the hallways, I think our final cut of the night is we see Wallahlah as your comm badge is taken away, and you stand in front of this large imposing door. The Peachcraft reaches out and knocks on it. It says, Miss Marcella, we've got something interesting for you. And there's a long pause before the door opens, and you see this glean with the red reliquary, who looks to you, Wallahlah, with not much expression to her, and then looks up to the sphere. Looks like something quite interesting indeed. Come on in. And we watch as Wallahlah is ushered in. The door shuts. And that's where we will end our episode for tonight.
I'm gonna have to tear
Wallahlah.
this ship apart.
Right?
I'm in danger.
I'm so concerned.
Oh Oh, good.
Oh, no, this is so bad. This is very, very bad.
It
Oh,
says
well.
to put you in trouble, and so I did.
And so you're in trouble.
Oh boy.
Oh, this was great. All right. Let's go around to our lovely people tonight. Tell us who they are, where we can find them on the internet, their feelings, thoughts, everything about this past episode tonight. Let us start off with Sam. Hello, Sam.
Hello, I'm Sam. You can find me at Sam on Damiel on most places. And that's me. Really. And Vandil is really not looking forward to telling the captain about the conversation they had with their mom because previously
What kind of smugglers does she think we are?
previously unaware of any sort of rejection and has just essentially gone over their heads, all 10,000 of them, accidentally. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Also, I'm super glad we got to turn. We had the moment where, like, you turn your head and it's, like, gorgeous. Because that's my favorite. Vandil's gonna have thoughts about that later, I'm sure. But right now, Wallalla's in trouble. I'm so excited. This is so much fun.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble, and this means fun times and excitement.
Yeah. Games.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Well, that makes me B.
It's you. It's B.
You can find me on Twitter as @B_Zelda. I am a member of the Broadswords, an all-woman, non-binary actual play podcast. We actually just released a really cool, in-between episode because we're prepping for our next campaign using the Cypher system. So as homework, we all had to listen to a book, and we just put up the episode where I mostly complain about everything because that's how I read books. So I recommend that you listen to that. And heck, so many feelings about this game. Vandil, I didn't even consider the possible, absolute friction that might be encountered because, they didn't want to buy my very, very impressive goods because I mentioned Wesh. Now you're dealing with them? You have to report on the Wesh? Oh goodness. I love it though.
Conversation. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Heck, and I really enjoyed having a shopping montage. I just really love it. And for the viewers, so this is literally a magnifying glass. If I pull it out of my hair, there's a whole glass.
That's so cool.
A little heavy, but it made for a beautiful, beautiful crown.
Ingenious. Incredible. We love it here. All right, let's go over to Jess.
Hi, it's me, Jess, and I'm in danger. I'm so happy. Thank you for putting me in danger. I'm actually very excited for next week because oh boy, if you don't know the Glean, they're extremely kind of like their personalities are based on their reliquaries. And a Telemo and a Kasna in the same room. Oh boy, this is very I'm excited.
The one that sticks the metaphorical foot in the mouth, plus the one that gets angry very easily.
Yep. That's literally my trait as a Telemo. I have no tact whatsoever, and I just say dumb stuff. And this is someone that gets mad angry very fast. So, I'm excited. Thank you for that. This is a very nice gift you've given me. Thank you. Oh gosh, I love this whole ship. Oh, and the talk between Vandil and their mom was so good. But yeah, sorry. Hi, I'm Jess. You can find me at go_JG and all the places online. I do a wide variety of video game and tabletop role-playing game content. You can check out my channel for cute stuff, doing a lot of cute games right now, shooting some stuff in space, and then doing a little bit of indie game spotlighting and Fiasco, which is always a heck of a good time. We're doing a spooky game called Heart right now, which is a bit of dark dungeon delving body horror. If that's kind of your jam, it's pretty cool. Got a cursed sentient tooth in my body right now. That's a fun one. Yep, that's a fun one. But yeah, so we do that on every other Saturday. On Sundays we're doing Dark Matter, which is like kind of D&D in space. It's a ton of fun. But yeah, you can check me out. Check out my Twitter where I shout out when stuff happens, and sometimes I just shout about stuff. And then on Twitch where I am a little more organized because I stream things and I don't just shout. There's usually a reason to my shouting there. So thank you so much, y'all.
Yeah. All right. Quick personal stuff. Lauren, you got anything to plug?
Yes. Hi, Lauren. That's Salty Ginger on Twitter. I think my last 2 Magpie games of September are going up for sale next week. I'm running some more Bluebird's Bride, so if you want to come play a one-shot with me, those will be up, and then I'll be running more games in October. Otherwise, you can find me here. I'm the keeper for our Saturday morning game at 9 a.m. Pacific Masks of Nyarlathotep Pulp Cthulhu campaign. And it's great.
Yeah.
Okay, that's me. Done.
Yeah, and I'm Kienna. I'm the creator of the channel. Y'all can find me over on Twitter at KiennaS. Best way to figure out what I'm doing. When I'm not here on the channel, I'm mostly just here though playing TTRPGs with best friend Lauren and our good friends, our good Spiceland friends. Quick channel stuff to wrap up for the night. Again, a thank you to the wonderful Roll20, our co-presenter and sponsor of the show. We literally could not put this on without them, so please go check them out and go check out Burn Bryte, because it's an awesome game that we really enjoy playing here. Another shout out to our other sponsors, which includes Dice Envy and Grinding Coffee Co. Really awesome people. We love their products, and we're happy to be partnering with them as they're being sponsored and all that good stuff. If you ever missed an episode and want to rewatch one, we've got a YouTube channel. We upload VODs for this particular show both on our YouTube channel and the Roll20 YouTube channel. So please go subscribe to both of them so you can get that good VOD content. And of course, follow us on Twitter to find out when we go live, whether that's for regular TTRPG stuff, video games, or whatever else we feel like streaming in a particular week. We're kind of loose with it, but we do have a regular TTRPG schedule, so we'll be back live on Saturday for Max's Nyarlathotep, then Sunday for our Witcher campaign, the gayest Witcher campaign on the internet. Monday is whatever we kind of feel like at that point, and we'll be back next Tuesday with another installment of this, aka Wallahllah's in trouble.
All right. Okay, wave bye, everybody. Goodbye.